Edgewater, Miami. Is it the next big thing? This up-and-coming neighborhood, it's located between downtown and Biscayne district, and it offers the perfect blend between urban living, but also waterfront luxury. The question is it really worth the hype? In this video, we're gonna dive into all things Edgewater, location, how it's divided, the different pockets in between this neighborhood, community, things to do, real estate prices, of course, real estate project, and more. But stay all the way to the end because I will also going to share the things that I don't necessarily love about Edgewater. Stay tuned and decide if this neighborhood is right for you. By the way, I am Stephania Mogollon, your South Florida and local real estate agent here in Miami. So if you're thinking of buying, selling, renting, or investing here in Edgewater or anywhere else in Miami, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. All my information is going to be here and also on the description box. Send me a text, send me an email, give me a call, and I'll be more than happy to help you make the move. Now, let's get started with this incredible neighborhood tour of Edgewater. By the way, it's one of my favorites, but I don't live here, and I'm gonna share the reasons why at the end. Now, let's talk about the location of Edgewater. It is right in the middle of Biscayne district and downtown. But you also have Midtown and Wynwood to the west. So you are in a prime location and you can access most places within just a few minutes. Midtown, 5 minutes. Biscayne District, 7 minutes. Wynwood, 7 minutes. Downtown, 9 minutes. Brickell, 15 minutes. You can get to the airport in 15 minutes, and by the Julia Total Causeway that I have right behind me, you get to South Beach in just 10 minutes. So you are in the best location. And the best of all, it's called Edgewater for a reason. You have water view, and that's the key element and factor of this unique neighborhood. And that's why everybody's hyping about it. Now, because this is an up-and-coming neighborhood, not all the areas around Edgewater are the same, and I want to explain you how it is divided from north to south. Right in the north, it is divided by the Julia Total Causeway that I have right behind me. The buildings that are there tend to be older, and even though they have like mini markets and shops within the building, there is really not much around. You'll have to drive or at least walk a decent distance to get other needs met. However, in this area, you're able to find properties with larger square footage for lower prices and with the same incredible ocean view. If you drive down a little bit, you're gonna be where I am right now, which is the Paraíso area that has 4 luxury buildings facing directly into the water. Now, this area, it's very, very desirable because you do have a really nice restaurant, Amara at Paraíso, that I have right behind me. You have a park for dogs, kids to exercise, like this one. It is very quiet. You have convenience stores, juice stores, liquor stores, so you can get a lot of needs met by just walking. And it's 2 blocks from Biscayne Boulevard, where you have the pharmacy and other shops. And now we're gonna drive a little south to go to the Margaret Pace Park, another key point of Edgewater. Okay, so we drove down from Biscayne Boulevard, which is the main boulevard, US 1, that borders all around Edgewater. And over there you have different shops, different restaurants, different cafes, and alternatives. So if you live in Edgewater, just 2 blocks to the left, you're gonna have all of these options. We drove down and we're now in Margaret Pace Park, which is one of the key areas in Edgewater because it's a huge park with different courts like basketball courts, tennis courts, volleyball courts, and this park got approved for a huge improvement, renovation, and upgrade in the upcoming years. So this is gonna be totally revamped by the city. So if you're looking to move to Edgewater, this area is the most walkable one because you can just step down from your apartment and you're gonna find cafes, restaurants, bars, high-end restaurants, regular casual restaurants. You have plenty of options while keeping the peace and the quietness that it's very particular of this neighborhood compared to other neighborhoods like Brickell and downtown. Another great project that is currently happening here in Edgewater is the Bay Walk. It's going to be a boardwalk that's going to start all the way in the north where we just were, bordering all Edgewater, continues to downtown, and crossing the bridge continues to Brickell. So technically, you could walk these three neighborhoods right by the water. It's amazing, and I can't wait to do all that route, whether you walk, you run, or you just want to walk your dog. It's a great alternative because at the end of the day, if you live in Miami, most likely you enjoy being by the water. Now, let's talk about transportation. Yes, there are pocket areas within Edgewater that is very, very walkable, just like right here by the Margaret Pace Park or Paraíso that we just reviewed. However, if you want to do other activities and other things separate from your daily needs, you do need a car. And public transportation is not really the main element here in Edgewater. Yes, you do have the trolley, and yes, you do have the Metro Mover that stops right in the southern part of Edgewater. The Metro Mover takes you to downtown and Brickell. But if you live in other streets, maybe you do need to walk a little bit further to find groceries and your daily needs. So depending on when you move, where you move in Edgewater, it changes. However, with the growth that this area is getting, I assume that in a couple of years, it's going to be very, very, very walkable almost everywhere. Now, let's talk about lifestyle, community, and things to do. First of all, you are by the water, and because of its prime location, you have endless opportunities for water sports such as boating, kayaking, and paddleboarding. And by the way, you can even rent the kayaks in the Margaret Pace Park. You also have outdoor recreation in the park like picnics, jogging, yoga, and many more. You also have dog parks, basketball courts, tennis courts, volleyball courts. You have plenty of options to do, and all of this is completely free and is not going to go away. It's actually going to be revamped by the city in the next couple of years, so it's going to look even better. If you're looking to buy, this is a great spot to buy. Also, not to derail myself, you also have great dining and nightlife options. It's not known for a party place, but you have diverse high-end restaurants like Casa Dona, Claw, Amara at Paraíso, also spots like Rincón Escondido Tapas, and of course, the signature of Miami, Pura Vida. Talking about arts or culture, yes, we also have that in Edgewater because of its proximity to Design District and Wynwood Arts District. It allows residents to immerse themselves in the city's thriving art and culture scene. It is also next to the Adrian Arch Center for Performing Arts, which is one of the largest art centers in the United States. So you do have plenty of options and plenty of things to do in this neighborhood. And of course, because it's one of my videos, we do need to talk about real estate. And I'm sure you guys want to know what's the median sales price, what's the price per square footage. So I'm gonna dive into stats. For the past 6 months, the median sales price has been $765,000, which is around $710 per square feet. Active listings right now, the median price is $799,000. Now, the tricky part about this pricing, it's based on construction that's already in existence. Let's talk about pre-construction because it's an up-and-coming neighborhood, especially on the luxury and ultra-luxury side. So there are plenty of new pre-construction buildings that are coming up. You have options starting in the $500,000. And you also have buildings like the Edition where the lowest price is around $4 million. There are certainly many projects that are coming up in these areas for any price point, and some of them are about to be completed, like the Area Reserve, which is the tallest twin tower waterfront in the entire United States. We also have Vida, Cove, and other projects that recently completed like Misoni Bahia, Elise. So there are plenty of options when it comes to real estate in this neighborhood. Now, I'm gonna share with you the things that I don't necessarily love about Edgewater. Yes, it is waterfront, most of it, and it has incredible big buildings, but some areas are a little bit isolated. So you have, for example, a luxury building next to an empty lot or next to little houses, old buildings. So you can feel a little bit isolated and you may need a car to get the most basic needs in some areas of Edgewater. So you need to know where you're gonna move into, but for sure, I do feel that this is an area that's gonna appreciate tremendously in the long run. And of course, because of this, you also don't have many shops, cafes, and restaurants around except for Margaret Pace Park. So those will be my reasons as to why I don't necessarily love Edgewater. And this has been all for today. I really hope this video helped you decide if this is the right neighborhood for you, whether you want to live here or invest here. And this is one of the main reasons people search for Edgewater. Do not hesitate to reach out to me if you're looking to buy, sell, rent, or invest here or anywhere else. My name is Stefania Mogolin, your South Florida Miami real estate agent. All my information is going to be here and down on the description box. Reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you make the move.